talk a bit about the first half and especially VA's play and how you guys were able to dominate offense.
Yeah, I thought he was a stud tonight. He was on top of his game with his throws and his reads, and then the bonus was him, using his legs to buy time to find receivers or run for first downs. And I thought he was really good.
He seemed to be a lot more deliberate with his legs in this game. Is that a function of health or just desperation because it's a playoff game?
I'm all for it. That's all I got to say. I'm all for him protecting himself, but I don't like those coaches that tell QBs to not run. So he's a smart enough guy where he can run and then get down, and good for him. He's like I said, his throws and his reads and all that stuff were so on point. And then, like I said, the bonus was using his legs to make plays.
You decided before this game that Josh Wood was going to get the start.
Yeah.
He's been a rotation guy, but it's a bigger deal, and now you have the racial flexibility to do that. It's all over the field.
Yeah. Good player. He's a CFL type linebacker in that he can handle himself in the box, and he's big enough to play the run and do all those things. But he can be rangy from sideline to sideline. You can drop him in coverage, do different things with him, and he's gotten better and better since he's been here. So good on him for stepping up and making big plays. Yeah, I don't have the specifics other than it's much better than initially thought. He took a shot on his knee. I know he was very concerned, understandably so. But the latest news I've gotten is they're not ruling out next week. I'm not saying that's happening, but they're saying they want to see how these next 24 to 48 hours go. But he didn't suffer anything catastrophic or anything like that, which is great news.
Rick, usually in a football game we'll see one or two big hits, but we saw many.
Yeah.
Just the violence of this football game. I mean, this was playoff football, it seemed, on pretty much every down.
Yeah, guys are laying it on the line. Their number 20 took two shots on, and not dirty hits, just full speed contact hits on kickoff that were unbelievable. So that tough kids, man. But the guys are fighting and scratching, and it's like you said, it's playoff football where it's win or go home, and guys are laying it on the line.
Calgary scores on their opening possession, took them 3 plays, and then you come back. Gary makes the interception, and then from there you score 4 of your next 5 possessions.
Yeah.
The opening half really set you on your way.
Yeah. We were better with our poise tonight of when something didn't go our way, like the start of the game where we weren't complaining or pointing fingers and stuff, and they worked it and watched what they needed to correct and all that stuff. So that was better from our standpoint, and we're going to need that going forward when you're playing a team like Winnipeg that can make some plays. You need to be able to bounce back. So good on our guys for doing that.
Lastly, from me, being in the room, guys really seem to have each other's back, and it seems to be a really close-knit room. Yesterday, the owner surprised everybody with custom shoes. Small gesture, but for me, it just seems a sum of the whole parts, the way that this team is so together.
Yeah, they do.
Did you talk about that yesterday and how it all factors?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these guys because they care about each other. They care about the BC Lions, and they're emotionally invested in the whole thing, which is amazing. So good on them. And then all this stuff from Amar. And it's not about just the shoes. It's about like you said, the gesture, and that he cares about them and what they do. And so we're super lucky to have Amar leading the way for us. And that's part of what we wanted to do, is surround ourselves with whatever position it is, a player, a coach, equipment guy, media guy, whoever it is, that we want to have as many solid people in the room, and it makes for a better work environment, that's for sure.
Not going to let you enjoy it, but looking ahead to next week, what are your thoughts about heading into Winnipeg again?
Yeah, that's seems like right where we should be. This was a tough hurdle to get over. Calgary's super well coached, and they're going to be fighting and scratching until the end, which they did. So to get this one done was big, and then the focus will shift quickly. We're going to meet on Monday regarding Winnipeg and get that kicked off, and it's exciting. It's exciting. Go back and try to knock these guys off. They've been the top dogs for a while, and we'll see if we can play some good football and challenge them.
We saw Jack walk off the field. Do you have an update on him? And that's a moment that can really derail a game for a team.
So I will preface this with I'm not a medical doctor, how shocking I know that is, but I would say that he is medically safe from that point of view for people that want to know that. And I think the main issue that came out of that for both those guys on the field were concussions, which obviously no one ever wants to see a concussion, but regarding the circumstances, there doesn't seem to be anything on top of that's crazy and stuff. So we're all thankful that hopefully both those guys recover quickly, and Jack is in there and alert and awake, and good on a good outcome, I would say, for what happened on that play.
Coach, was this a case of the adjustments you made after that last performance working exactly how you designed them, or did they show you something different from the last time you played them?
No, I think we had. I think our guys. We had. I think the bye week treated us well. We did make some adjustments, but I think our players played better. I think the last game that was played here, I think Calgary was literally playing for their playoff lives, and we weren't. And maybe that was reflected a bit in the urgency level of the whole thing. I like to think that's not the case, but it's probably maybe a little human nature in that. So I think when we bring our best game, and we're tough to beat.
Lots of talk about needing to stop the run in the playoffs. Didn't really play a huge factor in this game. Next week, you've got Briggy Oliveira.
Yeah.
Are you confident in your preparations?
Yeah, we're
and how
going
you
to have
can
to look
stop
at
the run?
everything, look at what other people do to try to stop them. Big physical back. It's way different when you're trying to run the ball from behind as opposed to ahead. So 2 weeks ago, Calgary was running the ball and they were ahead in the game, and it's a lot easier to do that. It's hard in the CFL to continue to commit to the run if you're down on the scoreboard. So that's what I mean when I say about our whole football team can help itself by not playing from behind. So that'll be definitely part of the conversation is what do we do to help stop Winnipeg. They got a lot of weapons and a lot of veteran guys, but I know our guys are going to be excited for the opportunity.